We're just going to interrupt sport to take you now to Shepparton, Victoria. Victoria Police currently speaking on our top story, that fatal crash involving 4 people. Let's listen in.
It occurred at about 4:40 p.m. this afternoon, and our preliminary inquiries indicate that a vehicle with 5 males on board was travelling along Pine Lodge Road and entered the intersection and was struck by a 4-wheel drive which was towing a tandem trailer. It appears that 4 occupants from one of those vehicles are deceased at the scene. The driver of one of the vehicles has been airlifted to the hospital, is in one of the Melbourne hospitals, and the driver of the 4-wheel drive is in a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. At this stage, we're working through confirming the identity of the persons who are deceased, and we'll be working through the night to ensure that occurs. We'll be conducting further assessments and investigations of the scene in daylight hours and throughout the night as well. And it goes without saying, this collision, we lost 4 people in a heartbeat, and it could have easily been a lot worse. We've got 2 people in hospital at the moment, so just thankfully that it's not worse than what it is. At this stage, I can't even give you a preliminary indication as to what the causations are. We will explore everything with respect to the environment, the vehicles, distraction, fatigue, impairment, all those sort of things. I haven't got any information I can share with you at this stage. It's very early on in the investigation.
Is there any indication that one of the motorists of the ute could be at fault at this stage?
That's what we're exploring at this stage. We have the utility which was travelling on Cosgrove Lemnos Road, and that impacted the sedan. One of the vehicles did have a stop sign applicable to it, and we're exploring whether or not they disobeyed that stop sign.
When you say one of the vehicles, is that the ute that you're talking about?
No, it looks like it's the sedan at this stage, but it's only preliminary inquiries at this stage. I can't confirm that.
I think the police release earlier, they mentioned that perhaps the sedan may have ended up in a paddock. Are you able to shed any light of how big this scene is, or how far cars have travelled, that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, the scenes are, it is quite expansive when 2 vehicles travel. You've got to understand this is both roadways are default 100 kilometres an hour, so we're talking about significant impacts. So the scene is quite expansive. Both vehicles ended up in a paddock, and with a fair bit of debris. The trailer was carrying a fair few tools and stuff like that, so the scene is quite expansive, so it will take us a number of hours to process this.
And do you, obviously with incidents like this, quite often we ask for a general road safety message, especially at this time of year, a lot of people are on our roads and things. What is that message from us about?
It's sort of hard to give you a road safety message. Only a few hundred metres from here we lost 4 people in the blink of an eye. We give you that message about distraction, concentrating on the roadway, making sure you're not impaired, the vehicle you're driving safe, that you're driving to the conditions. How can we emphasise that more? We've lost 4 people in one day, which is just tragic. You think about the emergency services workers, the local community, and then all these notifications, all the family, all the loved ones of these people. That message has got to get out to the wider public about not being distracted, obeying traffic control signs, understanding where you're driving. Country driving can be challenging. It can be tiring. If you're travelling in the country, you need to understand the conditions and just drive to those conditions. It's a tough message. We've been to a number of serious collisions already this year. We know it's a tough time of year. We know that people want to go see families and will travel into the country. What more of a message can we give? I've got my investigators now with 4 deceased people, families that we're going to have to touch base with. It's a fairly strong message in itself. So, what can I ask for? Yeah.
Summed it up so perfectly there. It might be too early to say, but in terms of the 2 drivers who are alive and currently in hospital, are they locals to this area, or is there any more information around that you're able to provide at this stage?
No, I haven't fully confirmed that. That's part of our investigations. We'll certainly update you with regards to that if there are the locals. It's early indication, early stages, so it's a bit difficult to confirm that. I'm sorry.
Is there anything else that you want to share or anything you are able to at this point?
No, at this stage we'll be going through the night here. There will be extensive roadblocks in the area here, and hopefully it won't affect too much traffic, but there will be wider traffic blockages and
Do you want to go to
detours
weather
around this
LVO?
area for local traffic.
And that is expected until mid-morning tomorrow at least.
Oh, that'll probably go right through till tomorrow at least. Yeah.
This road, I just was seeing a few comments online saying a lot of locals are saying that a lot of drives get quite distracted on this road. Have you sort of past dealings with traffic on this road down?
Not this particular road myself, and I understand what you're saying. Country driving is a challenge, for a range of reasons. This road doesn't present to me as particularly different to any other country road. So no, and I don't have information about any other collisions at this scene. We'll certainly investigate that as well.
Okay, that's where we leave Victoria Police, the Major Collision Investigation Unit, speaking there at in Shepparton or near Shepparton in Victoria, confirming 4 people have died following a car and a truck crash. The police there saying that they're investigating which of the 2 vehicles had a stop sign applicable to it, exploring whether one of those vehicles disobeyed the stop sign. Still next of kin yet to be notified.